Ethereum is breaking above the 4,000 critical level. Well, take a look at this, guys. And we've been waiting for a long time. The ETF got approved in May of last year, and Ethereum was correcting and just looking absolutely horrible. The, Ethereum versus Bitcoin was just falling off of a cliff. And now we are back. We are back, everybody. This is potentially the beginning of a massive, massive move for Ethereum to new all-time highs, as well as an altcoin run, guys. We have been waiting such a long time for this. I mean, if we look at the Bitcoin dominance, we see breaking through critical support. We look at Ethereum breaking above this critical level. So how long have we been below? Well, let's zoom out. How long have we been below this critical level for Ethereum? Since 2021. For more than 4 years, we have been below this critical level of $4,000. We hit it back in March of last year. We hit it again in May of last year. We hit it a third time. Well, really a third time and a fourth time in December. Everyone was thinking the market was breaking out then. And now we have just busted through. So let's take a closer look here. We have just broken above this critical level that we have been below. We got to 4,100 back in December, but now we have broken above that. Hallelujah, everybody. Can you give me a hallelujah? And then we look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin. I was talking in our last video how we could either be going up from here, or we get a correction. So far, guys, so good. This is looking really, really good. It's looking like we're heading up. And man, we have been there's been so much disappointment in this market. We're talking about, all the way back here. This was December, guys. This is when retail came in the market. And everyone was expecting we're going to go to the moon. And look at the utter destruction that followed. So retail bought up here, and I'll show you why. At that time, we had Coinbase, the number one crypto app in the US. Well, really in November and December, the Coinbase app was ranked in the top 10. All right, and typically when that happens, retail is jumping in. So I mean, look at this jump right here from when Trump was inaugurated. Coinbase on the App Store just went through the roof. It got in the top 10 within like 14 days, which basically showed that your average Joe investors in the United States, people that have been waiting on the sidelines, jumped in to buy in the markets, to buy crypto, to buy probably Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins. And what followed was utter destruction. So, a lot of those people are in the negative in their crypto portfolios, and they might have sold. Typically, they sell at the bottom. It's really sad, but that's just kind of the reality of things. If you're not an experienced investor and you're not willing to hold through the turbulence in crypto, do not invest in crypto. But then since then, really we bottomed in April. Who was buying in April? Pat yourself on the back. I'll pat myself on the back. And we stair-stepped upwards. We got through this 50% level, this green line here. And we are breaking out, guys. Wow. Wow. It has been a long time coming. I'm talking years. So for everyone who stuck this out, give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself a treat today. Treat yourself. Ever since, 2022, Ethereum has been on a massive downtrend, and it just fell off a cliff here, and now we're heading back up. Good news, guys. Good news. Even if you're not holding Ethereum, extremely good news for the altcoins, because let's look what happens historically. Historically, when we have Ethereum, let's see what happens to altcoins. So we pull up, let's put on the altcoins here. So the altcoins are in the background. Let's make this more clear. Altcoins are the pink line here. We're actually going to go to Ethereum. So here's Ethereum. And we look at the last time Ethereum broke out into a new all-time high of the last cycle was right here. And I can show you what I'm pointing at there. So yeah, here's the previous all-time high. And here's where we broke out of that level. And that's exactly, precisely when the altcoins broke out. Boom. That is when the altcoins went skyrocketing in the last bull run. This is 2021. Now, let's take a look at where we are now. Well, we haven't broken into a new all-time high, but I think that is right around the corner, guys. Because we have broken through this critical support level. Let's zoom in here. You know, we're breaking out of that 4,100 critical level right here. And after that, could be new all-time high. And just what I'm showing you guys. Last time we did that, boom. Extreme altcoin run and people jumping into the market. Man, so this could be extremely, extremely exciting times, similar to what we had in 2021. And we're seeing a lot of really positive news. Now that we're live, actually, let me do, maybe I'll do this for fun. Let's just type in, I was researching some XRP stuff. We'll talk about that in our next video. But yeah, I believe Trump came out with Trump crypto news update. Let's just ask AI really quick. There has been some really positive crypto news coming out. Yeah, Trump just passed an executive order opening 401ks to crypto and alternative investments. Wow, on August 7th, this just happened. Trump signed an executive order allowing cryptocurrency and private equity and real estate investments in 401k retirement plans, aiming to diversify savings portfolios beyond traditional stocks and bonds. Department of Labor, SEC, and Treasuries have been directed to revise regulations accordingly. The market responded positively. Major cryptocurrencies rallies, with Bitcoin up 1 to 2%. They didn't mention Ethereum. Ethereum is up even more than Bitcoin. Trump-backed world liberty financial targets to 1.5 billion public crypto treasury. Wow. So we got a tremendous amount of positive news, of course. Well, what's the most important thing? The most important thing is actually the charts and the fact that we're breaking through critical levels here is looking extremely good, and it's being backed by this very positive news. Guys, we have been waiting a long time for this. This could be a celebration time. So the only thing that would be a big red flag, and it's true, we're not completely out of the woods yet. Hate to say it, but that's just the game we're playing here. Is if this goes up here, but then if we close the week below like 4,100, that would be a slight concern, and that's totally possible. So we're not out of the woods. Yeah, and so the big red flag would be if we close this week down here or something, and then let's zoom in. If we did something like, is if we close the week below like 4,000 or something, and then we came up to test this high and we got a rejection, that would be bad news. So we're not completely out of the woods. We still got to wait on this next weekly close. And this next weekly close is coming in. Let's clean this up. on August 11th, 2 days from now. So August 11th, that will be a critical date. Another really critical thing that's happening on around that time is the core CPI announcement. So that's on August 12th. That's actually a day after. So that's interesting. We could actually close, if we close well on August 11th, that's really good. Core CPI will probably bring, could bring some major volatility. It could be extremely positive or negative. The forecast is 0.3%. If we get below that, then that could be very good for crypto and markets. But if we get above that, we could get a correction. So major volatility coming up on the 12th. Let's reload this FedWatch data. Wow, still an 88.9% chance of the Fed cutting rates in September, which is extremely bullish, potentially. That's really good. Okay, we will take that. We will take that. What else did I want to look? Okay, Bitcoin dominance, of course. Wow, Bitcoin dominance breaking down from critical support levels. Holy moly. So see how we had this support right here. It looked like we were going up, but now it's breaking down these levels. And it's breaking down, you know, it was past support levels here. All the way back in February, Bitcoin dominance was breaking up from here. Now it's breaking down. So what does that do for altcoins? That could be extremely bullish for altcoins, because what happens when the Bitcoin dominance drops? Well, that's what happened right back here in 2021. Bitcoin dominance fell off a cliff. And that is precisely when the altcoins go on a massive, massive rally. Because basically Bitcoin is being sold to buy altcoins. All right, and we could even look that up here. Compare the Bitcoin dominance to this chart. I'm going to put it in pink again. And you look at the dominance falling right here, and that's when the altcoins really went for a run. But even when dominance fell from the peak here is when the altcoins started moving up very rapidly. Yeah, so this could be the start of very, very exciting times. All right, so this is, you know, this is precisely when we're seeing Ethereum breakout as well. And let's look at the total 2. Wow. Total 2 is, let's zoom in here. Okay, total 2 still has not broken out into new all-time highs, but it's breaking out from critical levels here. So if we take a Fibonacci line from this previous peak we had, so these are the altcoins basically, including Ethereum, excluding Bitcoin, from the peak to the low of April, we have now broken through all of the Fibonacci levels. So the 50%, the 0.618, the 0.702, and the 0.786, we are now above that. So that is very good. But we have to hold. So we still have work to do. We still, we're just poking. We're just barely poking above these levels. It's looking good so far, but we gotta, the weekly close is important. We gotta hold this level. We gotta, ideally we want to break through like 1.56 trillion. We want to get up to like 1.57 or 1.59. 1.6 would be amazing. Okay, so that's looking really good. And so, wow, and Ethereum keeps going up. So this is really, I love it. I love it. Smash the like button if you like seeing Ethereum smash through 4,200. Wow. Smashing through live right now. XRP's at 329. Sui's at 394. Sui's looking pretty good. Solana's finally starting to show some strength. Render's at 398. Cardano's at 80 cents. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff, guys. So one caveat is the exchange volume, the daily exchange volume, still. I mean, it's getting a little higher. It's through. Well, it's actually went down 5%. So we're not still not getting impressive exchange volume, but perhaps that could come in next week, which hints that retail is still not here, and we are still so early, which is wild because Ethereum is almost breaking out into new all-time highs, and retail is still sitting on the sidelines. There's not a lot of exchange volume. The Coinbase app is still only at it's ranked 274. So Coinbase app, we still haven't gotten. Typically, retail comes in really when we get a big spike, and we start getting into the top 100, and then the top 20, and then the top 10. We're not even in the top 100 yet still. So, and then on top of that, let's look at the Google searches. Ethereum Google searches are very low, very minimal, very low. I mean, we're lower than we were back in January of 2021. Way lower. Way lower. January 2021, Ethereum was starting to break out. But it was all the way down here. All the way down here. And we're way above those levels. Way up here. And retail, we're still not getting high Google searches. People still aren't interested in Ethereum. It's just blowing my mind. Blowing my mind. And another thing is that, if we look at the daily exchange volume, we've been heading, basically the amount of crypto on exchanges has been heading down since December. And we saw a big uptick in July, but now we're falling off again, which just shows that the moves up. Well, basically, retail still isn't jumping into crypto. So, but typically, when that happens, we see things like this. We see the daily exchange volume go through the roof. So, what happened during this time from January 2021 all the way to May? The end of May, some people need me to show this to them. Look at what happened with crypto. January, boom. Major new all-time highs. We reached a massive market peak here in May. All right, so that's what happens when the daily exchange, that's what happens when the daily exchange volume goes all the way up. But look at how low. We're still super low. All the way over here. We're still sitting down here. All right, so this is not the market peak. We are just getting started, which just makes this even more exciting. That Ethereum's at 4,200 and we're just getting started. This is wild. Now we do have to really pay attention in the coming weeks. This is going to be very critical. If we do start to see things skyrocketing, if we do see Coinbase go to the top 10 on the App Store, I'm going to be taking some profits, in that case. But we'll have to see. I don't know if that's going to happen this month. Could be much later. Could be in a few months, honestly. So, man, this is exciting, guys. Exciting times. I wanted to share my recent Facebook post. You could add me on Facebook. So this is my amazing vision. I'm going to be talking about this a lot more on this channel. That I believe this is the greatest chance of our lives to create a golden age future. AI is the tool. We are the ones we've been waiting for. The time to take action is now. A lot of people out there are waiting for politicians to make the world a better place, for the corporations to do something about the world problems. We're not seeing solutions happening in the current leadership. We are, maybe Trump's doing some great things for crypto. That's great. But in terms of creating a better world that we want to see, and this is kind of my ideal vision. I'd love to hear what your ideal visions are for the future. Your golden age vision. What is that for you? This is mine. I mean, I would love to be living in these beautiful dome homes. There's a company, it's called GeoShip, that is literally launching dome homes right now. They're made of sustainable materials. They're earthquake-proof, hurricane-proof, fire-proof, mold-proof, and they're going to be much more affordable than your average $1 million home these days, at least in the United States. Crazy home prices that just keep going up. How would you love to live in affordable, sustainable beautiful, gorgeous homes in community where we can live out in nature and thrive together. So I believe we're living in a pivotal moment of history, a time when systems are breaking down, paradigms are shifting, and new tools are at our fingertips, like AI and crypto. And, the emergence of AI and blockchain brings us decentralized technologies that gives us the power to rebuild a new world, to take our sovereignty back, to create a golden age future. How do you guys like the sound of that? And so I'm talking about here, Ethereum is breaking out. It's showing strength against Bitcoin for the first time in years. I believe that over the next 3 to 6 months, the stage is being set for a massive crypto run, unlike anything we've seen, at least since 2021. And here are some of the, the cryptos that I'm investing in. Ethereum, Sui, Cardano, Render, Ton, Polygon, Jupiter, Pyth. Not financial advice. You got to make your own financial decisions. But this is not just about coins. Buying crypto is one thing, but investing in your future is another. What is the world that you truly want to live in? I think that's a critical question these days, guys. If your answer includes words like freedom, nature, community, regenerative living, clean water, food sovereignty, and decentralized governance, you're not alone. You're part of a growing wave of visionaries, builders who know that crypto isn't just about profit, it's about sovereignty and freedom. I plan to invest in this vision: sustainable communities based on decentralized, transparent governance, residency models where people have multi-location living rights. How would you like to be able to live in different eco-village, beautiful, amazing communities around the world, where perhaps you can live 2 months in Costa Rica in an eco-village, and then 3 months in Bali, and then 4 months in another amazing community that's part of the network? This is my vision. Living in permaculture farms where you can eat fresh food from food forests, living with clean energy, off-grid technology, and natural buildings, rainwater harvesting, aquifers, spring water access, living in rhythm with nature in the cosmic cycles, eco-villages where families can thrive together in harmony. Our global mission is to create a decentralized planetary network of communities grounded in ancient wisdom, powered by modern tools, and rooted in sacred values. A world where people are sovereign stewards of land, resources, and decisions. A new economic system based on value creation, reciprocity, and abundance. A planetary network of eco-hubs, retreat centers, and co-living nodes. A life where AI and crypto are used to liberate us, not enslave us. Where every person is a co-creator, not a cog in a dying machine. I mean, how many people in your lives, and maybe you're still living in a job, working a job that you don't really truly enjoy and doesn't feel like your purpose, and it doesn't fulfill you, it doesn't get you excited waking up in the morning. How would you like to get out of being a cog in the machine and start living your best life and creating an amazing way to live together and grow together? This begins with each one of us. So, to accelerate this vision and supporting others ready to live it, I'm hosting a Crypto Astro Retreat November 1st through 7th. This unique event brings together crypto investors and visionaries, astrology and human design enthusiasts, sovereignty seekers, community builders, wisdom keepers, and permaculture teachers. So this is an amazing, epic retreat, November 1st through 7th. Ideally, when we could be seeing, I think, one of the biggest crypto runs we've seen in a long time. And we could actually even see, it's possible, it's not guaranteed, we could start to see the crypto market peak around November, December. If not gets a further continue move upwards, but it's certainly possible. I think things could be looking really good by November. So this will also be an incredible opportunity, to mastermind and to cultivate your strategy, your profit-taking strategy. Because what happened in 2021 is, we saw everyone make these life-changing, money right here, life-changing wealth, and then crypto just fell off a cliff. And nobody expected this. All right. There's only a couple guys in my network were able to take profits towards the peak, but majority of people, majority of YouTubers, majority of these so-called experts were telling you to just hold, while your crypto portfolio shrunk and shrunk and shrunk and got closer and closer to zero. All right, that's the truth. Most people effed up in this area, okay? So we want to take profits. We don't want to lose all of our hard-earned money. Now it's your choice of how much profits you want to take. Do you want to take 30% profits? Do you want to take 50%? Do you want to take 100%? I'm probably going to be taking 90% when I hit my goals and following my strategy. So we're going to cultivate a crystal clear strategy for you. We'll align a financial strategy with this, also with astrology. Spaces are limited for this epic, amazing retreat that we're going to be doing towards the market peak. If you're ready to level up your financial power and golden age vision, click the link below and you'll get all the details on this amazing retreat. So we are the ones we have been waiting for. This is not the time to wait for politicians, gurus, or institutions to save us. This is the moment we were born for. Arguably, you incarnated here, from my spiritual perspective, to experience this, one of the most, maybe the most amazing time in human consciousness, the greatest acceleration of consciousness on this planet. All right, this is extremely exciting and, of course, challenging time. But it's the time to step up, to invest in our visions, to build something real, not to wait for permission, but to take action. The golden age doesn't come to you, you create it. So you can check out in the link below my Facebook post here. Add me on Facebook. Definitely click the link below for the Crypto Astro Retreat. A little more info here. Let's see. Yeah. So you take a look at the testimonials on the page. This is Eric, who attended our last retreat in Bali, and it was absolutely amazing. I guess I could play this really quick if you guys... let's see. Yeah, here's Eric from the last retreat. I'll play just like a quick clip here.
How's it going? I'm Eric. Giving you an idea what it's like at the Crypto Astro Retreat. As you can see, it's beautiful. And I think it's actually a really good place for me.
So this was a beautiful location here that we were at on the retreat. And look at this gorgeous, fresh spring water pools here, right next to a river. I mean, it's just probably one of the most gorgeous locations in Bali. Absolutely phenomenal, guys. So yeah, you're absolutely going to love the nature, love the scenery. And who wouldn't want to mastermind and eat amazing food together and just be frolicking in these amazing spring water pools, masterminding about, a better future and taking, making incredible wealth.
It was a good primer for putting the crypto and astro together and making it make sense. A lot of people would find good strategies that they can use along the way to help them learn about both crypto and astrology. But coming here is just more than just the crypto and the astro. Built wonderful people around. You can experience Bali for everything it has, all while integrating into your strategies of how you'd like to take on the next bull market and even survive the bear market.
All right, so you guys can check that on the page. I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek there. Another quick thing I wanted to share. Let's see. I wanted to share some inspiring visions of more of kind of what I'm envisioning, the future that I want to create. Because guys, we could be creating generational wealth here. Crypto and this new technology is going to skyrocket. It's going to melt faces, and we want to use this wealth to create a better world. We don't just want to use this wealth, in my opinion, to just stay in the same ho-hum kind of old systems and structures of, this kind of broken, dying, honestly, systems that are, I think a lot of the way the world is run is on the way out and is not sustainable. And so let's create a better future. Are you inspired by that? I am. So here are some epic visions of kind of what I'm seeing: living in community, permaculture farming. We're growing our own food. Especially in the United States, we're seeing so much toxins in the mainstream food with big with Monsanto and all that stuff. So we're growing our own food. It's delicious. We're actually putting our hands in the soil. We're making it. We're putting love into the food that we eat. We're we're living harmoniously. Of course, this doesn't come without challenges, but we are making this happen. This amazing, beautiful, sustainable future. All right, and so my vision. I believe I had a prophecy vision back in 2012, and I was seeing these types of communities sprouting all around the world. Believe it or not, that's just I just know that this is going to happen. It's already happening. People are buying land all over the planet. People I've talked to, people are building communities. They're building retreat centers. It's already happening. It'll happen with or without me, but I want to be a part of this. Do you want to be a part of this? Step up. Let's do this. All right. So these are just some visions of what I believe we can create. And I know it's inevitable. We're going to be creating communities like this. How would you love to live out nature like this? Amazing. We don't have to, no longer do we have to live in these like concrete, massive cities that are overcrowded with crazy traffic. And, who wouldn't want to live out putting our hands in the soil, growing our own food, eating delicious food, connecting, creating our own governance that is going to change the world and is going to create a bright future for my children and the next generation. So if you have children or children and you love those children, it's up to us to create a better future because, we're seeing a lot of not so good things happening in the world, but that doesn't mean that's how it has to be. This is our chance to create a better future. All right. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I'll get off my high horse. And thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Oh, I also wanted to share, man, I almost forgot this, that just a reminder, you look at my past video, this is what I was talking about with the August astrology. We have just gotten through the Mars opposing Saturn, this major kind of negative transit, and we didn't get a lot of negativity there. So things are looking really good. August 8th, Mars trine Uranus. We're getting all these positive transits. Mercury goes direct on August 11th. That could be even more positive for crypto and markets. And then especially for Ethereum, we have August 10th, Jupiter opposing the Ethereum Pluto. This could mark an explosive move. And we're already seeing this explosive mood happening. So it's already happening, guys. We could even have more upside. We'll see. And I even looked at the astrology for the ETFs. And let's look at the ETHA BlackRock ETF. So arguably, there's a lot of funds coming in here. This is probably one of the biggest mover and shaker for Ethereum. Honestly, August 8th, we're getting a positive sextile with ETHA Mars. August 11th, we're getting Pluto opposing the ETHA progressing Sun. Originally, I was a little concerned about this, but this could also flip bullish, and we're already seeing that. So, because Pluto can bring transformation and can bring explosive moves. And we're certainly seeing a transformation of Ethereum from being on a massive downtrend for 4 years to now it's starting to break out and it's showing major strength versus Bitcoin. It's actually outperforming Bitcoin now, at least the last few days. So man, we could actually have a lot more upside here, guys, if all goes well. So we have to wait and see. Let's see. I'm unable to find the other page that I was going to open. But anyways, looking really good. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.